BERBICE Expo and Trade Fair 2024 is set for October 18 to 21 under the theme Innovation in Oil, Gas and Agriculture for a Sustainable Future. The organizers of the event, the Central Quarantine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, launched this year's event at a simple ceremony held at the Chamber's head office at Rose Hall Town Quarantine Friday. The guest speaker at that event was Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, who described the event as one that is in keeping with Vision 25 by 2025, an event that promotes trade in all of its forms, with agriculture at the forefront. He stressed that this is good for Region 6, a region known for its agriculture potential and its ongoing contribution to Guyana's status as a food-secure nation.
Community, we also recognize the vital role this region plays in the growth of our country through agriculture. We are cognizant of the importance of Region 6 in advancing our agri-food system and ensuring food security, as this region is one of our main agricultural regions. One of the key drivers of agriculture business potential in Guyana is the increased demand for CARICOM to be self-sufficient. In this fact, His Excellency the President, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, has led the charge to see CARICOM reduce its food import bill by 25% by 2025. This initiative has the potential of boosting the private sector because it increased production in more than 20 commodities identified under the 25 by 2035 initiative. Auxiliary businesses to the agriculture sector, such as supply of fertilizer, feed, equipment, and other input will see increased demand, and it is imperative that those demands are met. Today, as I said, when you look around BERBICE, we are seeing massive development not only in the agriculture sector, but there is significant impetus that has been given to development in this region. We are witnessing a construction of one of the largest sport facility in Guyana, the BERBICE Stadium and Multi-Purpose Center, being constructed at a cost of $3.7 billion. This will serve as a venue for a range of activities, and all of us are anticipating that this year, probably next year more, we'll have CPL going to the National Stadium, but after that we'll have CPL coming right here in our backyard, right at the BERBICE Stadium. Aside from the massive stadium being constructed, there are plans for there are construction already for the Level 5 hospital in New Amsterdam. We are seeing the construction of a new 4-lane highway, call centers, water treatment plant, the first local world-class training center. And I want to say here again that we are the only country in this part of the world that have an oil and gas training center with this facility right here in Port Moran. No other country in the Caribbean or in this part has a facility like that.
The Agriculture Minister said government's plan for Region 6 is to modernize its infrastructure across the board, a plan that is well advanced and gaining momentum.
Is the plan for a high-span BERBICE River Bridge across the BERBICE River that will contribute to the continuous flow of traffic and economic activity. Why we want a new bridge? Because we are witnessing massive development taking place. We are seeing the expansion of various sectors. We are seeing now the population is being increasing and more traffic is coming to BERBICE. BERBICE is set to become a hub for gas-supported infrastructure. You know for a fact that the discussion has started, if not the plan have already started in building a massive port facility at Palmyra to service Guyana's need and to to support Suriname oil and gas industry, right here at Palmyra. Also, we are in discussion to do the deepwater harbor right here in BERBICE. Imagine that the northern state of Brazil coming to the coast of Guyana to export their produce here. It will take them less than 48 hours to come here rather than going to the coast of Brazil where it takes 2 weeks. Imagine the amount of traffic that will be coming to BERBICE. That will change the entire landscape in BERBICE. The proposed deepwater harbor project, which when constructed, is expected to revolutionize Region 6 economy. Additionally, the deepwater port will be complemented by the construction of the 4-lane road from Palmyra to Molson Creek. 2 contracts for the 4-lane road from New Amsterdam to Molson Creek was awarded for $400 million. And imagine the investment I am talking about. The Hope-Like Canal, over $7 billion. The stadiums, the 4-lane highway, the level 5 hospital, the gas, the port facility. And those are the investments that we are talking about. And these are the things we have to explain to people living in BERBICE. Because some people don't know what is happening. What is happening, what are the developments taking place. And the Chamber has a very important role to play. Because as a government, we are working very closely with the private sector. We see the private sector as the engine of growth. We see that the private sector, that is why we are building and creating the necessary groundwork, building the infrastructure, so that it will be easier for the private sector to invest.
According to Minister Mustafa, the BERBICE Expo and Trade Fair provides an opportunity for networking, a sharing of ideas, and the creation of market linkages all along the value chain.
This event will provide a platform for sharing of ideas, promotion of local products and services, creation of long-term market linkages, and networking and investment opportunities as we work together as one Guyana to transform our economy. As we work to secure an expanded, diversified and modernized, resilient and competitive agriculture sector, our focus is on 2 main things: expansion of the productive sector and emerging as a leading exporter of agricultural commodities. And what I mean here, I mean we want to make Guyana a food production hub. We want Guyana to be a country where we can produce all the food that we are consuming and also export. Now we are constructing a food hub. The government has allocated $14 million for the construction of a food hub at Yarukabra and the Linden-Soustak Highway. Construction have already started on the first and second phase. When that is completed, we have already signed an MOU with the state of Roraima. We are working with various areas across the country so that we can concentrate on those priority commodities that were identified by CARICOM to reduce the food import bill. Very shortly, in a matter of months, we'll have the ferry service commence operations from Trinidad, Guyana, and Barbados. When it comes to Guyana, we have to have produce to send it back to the island. That is why we have designated certain areas across the country. For example, Region 1. We want to produce all our spices there. Ginger, nutmeg, turmeric, black pepper. We are now working with the farmers there. We have made millions of dollars available to procure planting material, and we are working with it. We are starting to resuscitate our cocoa and coffee industry. We are working with the farmers around the country to resuscitate that. So while we are producing, as I said, and increasing production in traditional crops, we want to ensure that we go into new areas. We are producing now 60% of the food that we are consuming. The President said we must concentrate and ensure that we produce as much as possible, if not all the food. That is why we have now started, as I'm speaking now, we have harvesting going on for 4,000 acres of corn and soya at the Takama Savannah. By next year, we should be self-sufficient in producing all our livestock feed, producing and cultivating approximately 25,000 acres of corn and soya. We have already put in the infrastructure in place at Takama. This year, we'll expand the facility there from a 12,000 to 18,000 ton silos. We have built hundreds of kilometers of road in the savannah. We are building a wharf at Takama so that ships can go directly here and dock at the BERBICE River. We are building a conveyor system from the silos onto the ship. All those are now we are doing. That is the modernization that we are talking about in the agriculture.
Other speakers at the launching of BERBICE EXPO included Regional Chairman David Armagon and Central Quarantine Chamber President Mr. Punai Big Rouge. BERBICE EXPO this year will be held from Friday, October 18th to Monday, October 21 at the Gaisuko Rose Hall Kanji ground. The admission fee will be the same as it has been for the past years, just $500 for adults. No parking will be allowed in the compound.